Hello everyone, welcome back to another video with me, Nikki. We are sewing things for our friends and family, and I am doing the real-time tutorials, walking you through those projects step by step to show you how they're done. So it's the beginning of September. It's the perfect time for you to work on this new project that I'm doing. The seasons are changing. I figured, why not make some envelope style pillowcases? So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to create some new pillow covers, not pillowcases, pillow covers for you to change up those living room pillows that, may be the same, that, or if you're like me, you're constantly changing them. Okay. So for the project for today, going to need a pillow form, okay, and this is I'm using a 16 by 16 for this project, but get yours as big as you want to or as small as you want to, whatever it is. Okay, so I'm using a 16-inch squared pillow, and then I'm going to tell you about the measurements. I am going to have two different types of fabrics for my project. This fabric here measures 16 by 16. It's a perfect square for the pillow form. I then have two pieces that are 11 by 16. Okay, so the 16 is the width of the pillow, and then we have 11 inches each. Okay, let me show you what you need to do. I also have, I'm going to be using some of this cording. Okay, it's like piping. Okay, so I got this 50% off at Hobby Lobby. 99 cents, can't beat it. So we're going to be using that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to determine the size that you need, the size fabric for your project. Okay. All right. So the pillow is 16 by 16. I really love doing the style of pillow that we're going to do today because I love to take off my pillowcases or pillow covers, and I like to change them. I like to wash them. So of course this has a zipper on it. Everybody, you can choose a different style pillow, but this is what you want to do. Whatever pillow, even if you have one laying around the house that you might want to work with, take the pillow. If it's an older one, and if it's not one that you're just getting in the store where you will know the size, okay, take the pillow and you're going to measure from seam to seam. So this is 16 inches, of course, because like I said, it's a brand new pillow, just, on the wrapper, 16 by 16, and it is in a rectangle. This one is a perfect square. Okay. Now you may be wondering, if the pillow is 16 by 16, well, why did I choose the measurements for the fabric that way? Well, the point is that you want to be able to have the seam allowance. Once you sew and use the seam allowance, you want it to be snug. You don't want it to be loose and flopping when you pick up the pillow. And by making your fabrics to measure just the size of the pillow, it's going to make it nice and snug by the time you use, that 1/4 of an inch for the seam allowance. Okay, so let's get started. The goal is, this is going to be the front of my pillow. Okay, so my outer fabric. And then what we're going to do is prepare the back of the pillow. Okay, so we have these two that are going on the back of the pillow here. Okay, so we're going to set this to the side for a moment, and we're going to work with these two, the 11 by 16s. All right, so you're going to need your iron. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to lay out your fabric. I'm looking for my pretty side, and okay, so this is pretty side. Okay, pretty side of the fabric. down on your, down on your table or something. And what we want to do is we want to turn this over, one of the raw edges. We're going to turn it over. Don't mind my finger, because if you guys have been watching my videos, you know I had a sewing mishap. Okay, so it's getting better, trust me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold this over, okay, a little bit, like 1/4 of an inch, okay, because we don't want to see raw edges. Okay, I'm going to try not to put my wonderful finger there, but I won't be successful. Okay, so fold that over. We want to give it a press. Okay, I'm eyeballing it. Very rare do I ever actually like measure with my measuring tape or ruler for ironing purposes. Okay, so now what we want to do, now that we have this, I'm going to do the other one just so that I can show you. You want to make sure that you do the other one the same exact with the same exact measurements. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm going to even this up right here, just for, for purposes of the video. And I'm going to turn this one down, okay, the same measurement. And I put it right on top, so this way I know that, even though I'm eyeballing it, it's the same underneath. It's the same, it's folded over the same distance that the fabric underneath is folded, for the other side. Okay, we're prepping for the pocket. We're prepping for the space where the pillow is going to go inside. Okay, I'm one of those people that I love different pillowcases every season. I just love to change them out. So there are many ways you can do a pillow cover, but I love the envelopes. I can take it on and off easy. I don't want to deal with a zipper. So, okay, so now that I have sewed that down, ironed that down, so we got rid of the raw edges, now is when I actually want to fold this over to prepare for the fold. Now, here's the thing. When you are preparing for the fold, I just want to show you something. I'm going to pin this here really quickly, okay? The idea is you already have the width at 16. You want to make sure, okay, I'm going to fold this one down as well because it's right underneath. All right, and what I'm going to do, you want to make sure, just hold on though, that these two pieces, when they actually go together, okay, we want them to overlap, but we want to make sure that when we put them like this, okay, because they're going to overlap, and you'll understand it better in a little bit. We want to make sure that when we overlap them a little bit, that this here portion equals 16, okay, because that's what size the pillow is, right? So we cut a little extra. See this? Let's see. All right, so that's 16 by 16. So guess what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down right here. And this is great because what we want, okay, we want this to overlap more, okay? And you'll understand by the time we're done with the project. So here's the goal, all right? When you're looking at this, this is the front of the pillow, okay? And then the back of your pillow, one part of it, one part of the fabric will overlap and the pillow tucks inside of these, okay? It'll all come to light shortly, okay? All right, so, and here's the thing. You can decide if you want your pocket to go vertical or if you want it horizontal. If you want it horizontal, you're choosing the perfect square. If you're choosing a perfect square, all you have to do is flip it like this, okay? But, so the goal is you fold over about an inch, okay? Inch or inch and a half. And the goal is you want it to measure up to be the same size as that outer fabric, okay? So that you make sure both pieces are 16 by 16. So now let's iron this. Now we know that this looks good and this is how we want it. Okay? All right. Good. All right, I'll turn it this way so you guys can see it. All right. I'm gonna leave that pin there just because it's there already. All right. I love fall pillows. I love Christmas pillows. I love pillows, well, pillow covers. I love them for everything. All right. So now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Okay. And again, I'm going to remove this real quick just so I can make sure that it's even. Make sure there we go. That's even. That's even. I'm gonna fold this over. I'm gonna pin it and then I'm gonna put it right back on my my ironing pad. Okay. All right. Yes. All right. This is really a quick project. I know sometimes I say that, but you know, if my videos are 30 minutes, 35 minutes, you know it's a quick project. So, all right, here we go. So you're ready to sew, okay? So what we want to do is go to your machine, and what we want to do is we want to close up this fold here. So close to the edge, you're just going to sew a straight line all the way across. Okay, gonna move this. All right. Okay, here we go. And we're just going to make sure you back stitch. Watch your pins. So you do want to use a coordinating thread, of course, because you're going to see it on the outside. I'm going to remove this pin. So I know the jungle theme that I'm doing is not fall, but my daughter she loves plants, she loves the jungle, and she has an Instagram for plants and the jungle, and so concrete jungle babies. And so I thought I was going to make her some pillowcases for her living room because she just designed everything like a jungle. So she's going to get new pillow covers. All right. Yeah, so if you guys like plants and you want to learn about plants, she's on Instagram at Concrete Jungle Babies for the plant lovers. Okay. So here we go. All right. So now here's my, this is my inner portion, okay? And my inside fabric, all right? We're gonna flip these over for the outer, to put them towards the outer side. And that's my outer side. Oh, my thing is wet, hold on. I put it on, I have water, okay. And so, all right. Oh. Okay, so what I'm going to do again, make sure I'm going to make sure that I overlap these. That's pretty side, like I said, and this is pretty side, okay? Look at how I'm putting this. We want these to overlap, okay? I'm going to grab the pillow cover here, okay? Just to show you again, okay? So there's I'm choosing to do the pillow covers horizontal, okay? And my pattern is horizontal. So what I'm going to do is just size it up there. All right. Now, this is where I tell you that you can, two ways that you can create your pillow like this. You could go ahead, pin this all the way around except for in one area, leaving a bottom space open for you to turn it right side out. So you would pin everything and sew all the way around the sides, okay? And then flip it and you would have a beautiful pillow cover, okay? But what I am going to do is I'm going to use this piping, okay? And what the piping is, it's going to give it that, it's going to go right around the edges so that it gives it just another, I would say, it just adds to the quality of the pillow. So this pack is 2.5 yards, okay? And 2.5 yards, if you get them when they're 50% off at 99 cents, it's more than enough to actually, you know, put inside of this pillowcase, inside of this pillow cover, okay? So obviously I'm using gray because it coordinates with the colors. That's like a gray beige, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pin my folds together right there, okay? Pin these together. I'm going to pin it on this side for me so that they don't move, so that they don't shift, okay? And just be careful when you're turning it right side out. So if you need to, you can baste it, you know, put base stitches to hold it while you're doing the next part. Totally up to you. Okay, I'm just going to put these pins here to hold them. Okay, so what we want to do, I want to put some piping. So I'm going to lay this piping out, okay? And oh, that's the top of my pillow. I'm gonna start at the bottom. Okay, so what we're going to do is put the piping so that inside here, this is the cord. Okay, inside the cord is in here. They've already like folded it, put it inside of fabric for you so that you don't have to make your own binding. Okay, this corded part is the part that we want on the edge of the pillow. We're going to line up the raw seams with the raw edge of the piping with the raw edge of the fabric. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sandwich these layers here, okay? And I'm going to pin. If you do not feel confident doing this, you can add the piping, sew it, and then go back and connect your pieces, connect your outer to your outer part. So, but you can do this. This is not thick. And so, all right. I'm just sandwiching this. I'm going to go all around the pillow, adding the piping. Okay, just straightening that out because it was a little curved in the packet. Okay, sandwiching. Don't mind my finger, guys. I wanted to get videos out, which meant, trust me, my finger's looking better now. It meant that Band-Aids. Okay, sandwiching. So I work a little slower, but okay. You can take your time doing this. Okay, getting to the edge. I'm stopping right before I get to the edge. I'm going to cut these stragglies because sometimes they tend to seep. They go, you know, they go right through when you're sewing, and then you end up wanting to pull the strings. Okay. All right. So now here, you want this, you want your piping, don't go like this, because if you go like this, look what's happening. Your piping is not where you need it to be. You need these raw edges on the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this. Let me move my pin here a little bit. And like I said, you don't have to use piping if you don't want to. I love the way it looks. Okay. So I'm going to bend that a little bit and fold. There we go. It's going to create a nice corner. Okay. This is really what takes the most time, putting the piping. Okay, continuing around. I'm not going to pin as much. I'm just going to pin here. Okay. This is a good seam allowance as well for the pillow, and you know, with the fabric being 16 inches and the pillow. So it's a good size seam allowance. You'll sew with your zipper foot, making sure that's tight. You'll sew with your zipper foot. I'm not going to be adding this on with my zipper foot. You guys know, if you've watched my videos, I don't like using the zipper foot for zippers or anything. Okay. Get this one here. All right. Almost back. And if you don't like the piping, you could be done with this project really quickly. So the piping is nice to add on if you have outside furniture, like outside patio furniture. It gives it, I don't know, it gives it a better quality. It gives it a better look to the pillow. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pin both of those because I can see the extra layer underneath. So I'm going to pin here. Make sure we get that as well. Almost back to the beginning. This is the part that people normally speed up their videos. Okay. Something shifted there. Okay, here we go. Floating it down. I'm trying to, it's hard working with one less finger. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to hold on to that. Get it under there. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is so cool because I feel like once September comes, I mean, I feel like the holidays just come back to back real quick, and you know, you can do fall, you can do Thanksgiving, I mean Halloween pillows, you can do Thanksgiving, you can do Christmas. So, and you'll save yourself money. You can do canvas. You can use home decor fabric. Use whatever kind of fabric you want. So, cotton fabrics are fun because they're soft to lay on if you put them as accent pillows on your pillow. I mean, on your sofa or your bed. I don't like the feeling of the home decor to lay on, and just to feel comfy. Okay, I'm going to cut this right here, right there. I'm gonna cut that raw. All right, and we're ready to sew. All right, you know what? I'm just going to use that same pin. All right, so we're gonna head over to the machine. So right now, as you know, like I was showing you, I can see my fabric through here. My fabric is, I've chosen for my fold to go horizontal, okay? And now I am ready to sew. So this is the time that if you want to change your foot, you can change your foot. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I am going to sew close to the edge with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I chose a cord that's not thick, a piping that's not thick. So this way I know I'm not going to have problems with my foot, with my walking foot. So this is a 1/2 inch, okay? All right, and let's see, 1/2 inch, and what's the, it's, yeah, 1/2 inch. Okay, so here it is. I'm lining up my, if you're lefty or righty, I mean, you know, obviously that will be an issue, but I'm going to line up my fabric here. I want to start on the bottom. Okay. So all I'm doing is I'm going to line up my edges. My piping is right there. This is the same way if you've watched my sewing videos, you know, I ride right up alongside the zipper. I'm riding up right alongside the piping. Okay. All right. So I'm going to backstitch. Of course, we backstitch. Remove pins. On the corners, I'm going to go over them twice, backstitching, giving them just a little bit of extra stitching, a little bit of extra love. So, all right, backstitching. All right. There's my piping. You can see it there. Remove pins. Now, as you sew, just check and make sure that everything is still lined up. Everything should be pinned, but you still want to check and make sure it's lined up. I'm at the point where, right now, where the fold is, the pocket, the envelope. So what I'm going to do, because we will open and close it, open and close, you know, when you take your pillow in and, when you take your pillow out and put it back in. So I'm back stitching just to give it a few extra stitches. It's like, it's the stress point of, you know, of a project. Okay. I'm getting down to that end. I'm going to remove this pin as well. Back stitching. You can seriously have pillow covers for every occasion, even for your bedrooms. Accent pillows. Okay. Good. Part of sewing, the reason that we sew is because we can find fabrics for everything we love. And so I'm just shifting and I'm holding on and making sure things are still lined up. That's what I'm doing. And so, all right, Just checking, making sure. Okay, raw. Ow, I just poked myself. I'm pulling out this corner. I'm at the corner portion. Corners are tough. Okay, back stitching, getting extra stitches. Extra love. And I'm rounding. Oh no, I thought I was at the last one. Guys, I don't know if you've hurt your finger before, but I didn't realize that it really affects my sewing. So I'm at the fold area where the I'm at the other side now where it overlaps, where the pocket overlaps, and so we're giving it extra love. You know, it's a stress point. This is where we're going to be putting the pillow in and out. So, okay, making my way down. Okay, gotta straighten this up a bit. Repositioning. Okay. Extra love. Back stitch. If you choose a fabric where it's hard for you to, if it's a little thicker, increase your stitch length. Okay. I need to pull this down a bit. Yeah, increasing your stitch length will help you get through if you choose like home decor or canvas. We actually don't need to leave room. I just realized that we don't need to leave that space to flip it. We're going to sew all the way around because I realized we're going to flip it through. I forgot. We're going to flip it through at the folded area. So yeah, we're going to close this up. We're back at the beginning. Here we are. All right, back stitches, extra stitching, and we are okay. I'm just cutting off those stragglies. Cut off that bulk if you have some bulk. Okay, if you made your seams really wide. Okay. All right, I think I got all four corners. All right, so I have remembered I have a pin there. All right, turn your project over. All right, turn your project over, and this is where you see that loveliness. I'm just making sure that I don't poke myself with these. I'm known to do that. All right. All right, let's turn it right side out. And ooh, I love it. All right, let's grab the pillow. Let's stick that pillow inside. See, here's the fold. This is that pocket right there. Okay, and that's the pocket. Let's grab the pillow. Put the pillow inside. Of course, I'll take off the little stragglies. I'll take off my threads later. And so that piping adds a little bit more detail. So, which is nice. Look at that. How cool is that? So, that's pretty, I love it. You can stick your piping in further if you want, or like I said, if you use your zipper foot, you'll go in even further, but I love to see the piping. I don't like it stuck deep, you know, in between the fabrics. I want to see, you know, the accent color around it. So, yeah, fall time, Christmas time. Go ahead, change your pillows, get some new accent decorations around the house, you know, make that fabric, you know, you want to cut it at that 11 inches so you have room for the fold, okay, to fold over. And look, you see, it's a nice little pocket there. So, all right, so thank you for joining me on this project. So if you end up making some, tag me on social media so I can see it. Follow me. My links are below, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, guys, so get to sewing.